It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. First carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across the 47. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. Jacobs. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs. He has career touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Green 19, just what? Jump switch.
Now Fields. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got it at the 15. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Juwan Jennings, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
When you look at this defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go. We're good. Turn ball, right. Right.
One play action. Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard
Here we go.
line.
319, that's it. 11.
To throw is Fields. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. When you look at this defense, they are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
That's another 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
331, 331. Get him. Right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Marcus Jones picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 60 Nazareth, 60 Nazareth, Mustang 19.
Throwing now is Daniels. To the right side and intercepted. Spinning away. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not only going to catch the football, he's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Right. 319, get that. Angel. Right.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this down to the 33.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, tonight. Tonight.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
319, get that.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
First right. Here we go. 331. Angel. Hey, Chad. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and 10. Here's Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Let's go now. Ready?
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up second and 7.
18, up 2. 19, 18, 10 through 11, 10 through 19, tight, 19.
To the air goes Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Here we go. Bronco 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Ready, ready.
Now second and 3.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
a 2nd and 10.
60 Bison. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Operating from the gun. Daniels. And it's caught. Touchdown. Juwan Johnson from 17 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Fields. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Fields. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go, son. 319, good after that.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
No mud. Hey,
On 4th down, Fields. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go. 319, just that. Go.
To the air again, Fields. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here we go. 331, 331.
Back to throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
19 windy, 19 windy. Here we go. Hey, Cam. Justin.
A final shot before the break. Fields. He'll try and do, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this 3rd quarter of play. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Chloe, and I'll chop you up if I'm...
Here we go. 3-19, get set.
Here's Fields. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Fields going to move them around.
EQ. Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 8.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does It's just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Fields. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
Got an open man. It's Washington. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
319, Angel. Right.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
Angel. Right.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Hey, never mind, Monday. Here we go. Up. Hey, can. What's right? Right.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Only gets It's a yard, but it's enough to set them up first and goal.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Turton going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Fields changing the play. Second down and goal. Fields. Touchdown. Bayshore Turton from a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's second down and 3.
Come on, come on. Hey! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now on second down.
65.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Daniels. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Calvin Austin, 59 yards. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Important extra point up and through. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Our home team, 17.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Here we go, son. Green 19, get the Angel. Tonight.
Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to Chase. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Hey, 551. Tonight.
Now Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aleem McNeil in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go, son. Move 58, son. Go.
All eyes on Fields. Finding Washington. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here.
Green 19, get the Tonight.
Here's Fields. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
331. Tonight.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
The try here for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Will Riker to kick off.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Cowboys.
Now Daniels. Connecting with Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Here's second down.
18, 5 in. Let's go now. Hawk 70, Warriors 17. Go.
Daniels looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
79 Broncos. Let's go.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Don't jump. Ready? 319. Right. Hey, Ken. Hey, 551. 11. Right.
Now Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Look with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
319. Angel. Hey, Ken. Go.
To throw is Fields. Finds Tootin out of the backfield.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here's first down.
10 at the 34-yard line.
19 windy. Here we go. You got a mini base. One. Right.
Here's Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Hey, Ken. Press. One strike. Right.
Throwing again is Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. Four quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Fields going to change things up here. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Fields Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Fields now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mesh there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. As overtime wears on, something to keep in mind, it is hot down there on the field.
And if we think it's a sauna, what are they feeling down there? And this is where both teams find out about their strength and conditioning program. All the work they put into it to get to this moment, and did the guys follow the mantra of hydrating ahead of time so they're ready to go right now?
Final minute of overtime. Remember, of course, no double overtime. So it's a tie if it ends like this. It's second down.
331, 331. Hey, 551, 551. Hey, Chan. Yo, spin back in. Hey, Chan. Delta. West right zip. All right.
Back to throw. Fields. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
So many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And now the timeout comes in with just 1 second left in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the home team here, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for our visitors, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.